Imagine you are speaking in a room full of people, your colleagues, your friends, but no one seems to hear you. Eyes wander, responses are half-hearted, and your words dissolve into the air. Then, suddenly, someone else speaks, and the room falls silent. Every gaze locks onto them. Every ear tunes in. What changed? What invisible force commands this shift? Is it charisma, luck? Or is there a hidden art to making people listen, respect, and even fear the power of your words? This is not magic. This is not a birthright. This is strategy. This is psychology. And today we will uncover it. For centuries, the greatest minds, Machiavelli, the master of power, and Carl Jung, the explorer of the human psyche, have dissected the mechanics of influence. They understood that conversation is not just an exchange of words. It is a battlefield of perceptions, a dance of dominance and submission, a game where the rules are written in the silent language of human nature. But before we begin, ask yourself, how often have you left a conversation feeling unheard? How often have you watched others command attention effortlessly while your voice fades into the background? If this resonates with you, then what follows will change the way you speak forever. Close your eyes for a moment. Picture a lion entering a room. It does not beg for attention. It does not raise its voice. It simply exists, and the world adjusts around it. Now, imagine your words carrying that same weight. That is the power we will unlock. The first secret? Presence. Most people speak before they think. They fill silence with noise, mistaking volume for authority. But true power lies in the pause. The untouchable speaker does not rush. They let the silence stretch, let the anticipation build, and then, when the room is leaning in, they strike with precision. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both." But fear here is not cruelty. It is the quiet certainty that your words cannot be ignored. It is the unshakable confidence that when you speak, the world will listen. Jung called this the shadow, the part of ourselves we suppress, the raw, unpolished force we fear to unleash. But here's the truth. The shadow is not your enemy. It is your weapon. The moment you stop apologizing for your voice, the moment you stop seeking permission to be heard, is the moment you become untouchable. Now, let me ask you, when was the last time you truly listened to yourself? Not the rehearsed words, not the polite phrases, but the voice beneath the voice, the one that knows exactly what to say but hesitates. That hesitation is your leash. Cut it. The world does not reward the meek. It rewards those who dare to own their words, their space, their power. And that power begins not with your tongue, but with your mind. Let me tell you a story. Two men enter a negotiation. The first speaks with confidence, his words sharp, his tone unwavering. The second hesitates, adjusts his stance, laughs nervously when challenged. Who wins? The answer is obvious. But here's what most miss. The first man is not naturally fearless. He has simply mastered the art of appearing fearless. And that is the key. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. In The Prince, he revealed a truth that still chills the modern world. Perception is reality. It does not matter what you feel inside. What matters is what others believe you feel. If you project doubt, they will doubt you. If you project power, they will obey. Jung called this the persona, the mask we wear to navigate the world. But most wear their masks poorly. They let their insecurities bleed through, their voices cracking under pressure, their eyes betraying their fear. The untouchable speaker. Their mask is seamless. So how do you build this persona? First, control your body. Your voice follows your posture. Stand as if the ground beneath you is unshakable. Move as if time bends to your rhythm. The moment your body signals uncertainty, your words lose their weight. Second, Master the silence. Most people fear pauses. They rush to fill them, revealing their anxiety. But silence is power. Let others squirm. Let them wonder. When you finally speak, they will hang on every word. Third, speak less, mean more. The more you say, the less each word matters. The untouchable speaker wastes no breath. Their sentences are knives, sharp, deliberate, impossible to ignore. Now, think of the last time someone intimidated you. Was it their words, or was it the way they held themselves? The way their silence felt heavier than your speech? That is the persona at work. That is the mask you must learn to wear. But remember, this is not deception. This is strategy. You are not lying to the world. You are refusing to let the world see your weaknesses. And here is the final secret. The mask, over time, becomes the face. There is a moment in every conversation where power shifts. It is subtle. Most miss it. But the untouchable speaker not only sees it, they control it. This moment is called the threshold. It is the instant when someone tests you. A challenge in a meeting, a dismissive comment among friends, a subtle attempt to undermine you. How you respond here determines everything. Most people fail at the threshold. They react, anger, defensiveness, or worse, retreat. But the untouchable speaker does something different. They redirect. Machiavelli wrote, "The wise man does at once what the fool does finally." When challenged, the fool hesitates, panics, then stumbles. The wise man acts, not with emotion, but with calculation. Jung called this individuation, the process of integrating your shadow, your raw instincts into your conscious mind. The untouchable speaker does not suppress their aggression. They channel it. Here's how. The pause. When challenged, do not respond immediately. Let the tension build. Let them wonder if they've overstepped. A slow smile, a raised eyebrow. These are weapons. The mirror. Repeat their challenge back to them, but stripped of its venom. So what you're saying is, this exposes their game, the shift. Reframe the conversation. That's an interesting point, but the real question is, now you control the narrative. The threshold is where respect is won or lost. Most surrender here without realizing it. They let others dictate the terms. But you will recognize the moment, and you will own it. Think of a time someone tried to belittle you. Did you freeze, or did you turn their words against them? The difference between these responses is the difference between weakness and mastery. And mastery is not inherited. It is trained. Now let me reveal the most dangerous tool in the untouchable speaker's arsenal. Language as a weapon. Machiavelli knew that words can cut deeper than swords. Jung knew that the right phrase can unlock or destroy a mind. Together, they teach us this. The untouchable speaker does not persuade. They dominate. How? Precision. Vague language is weakness. Specificity is power. Do not say, "I think we should consider options." Say, "Here's exactly what we will do." Absolutes. The untouchable speaker deals in certainty. This will work. Not, maybe this could work. The world follows those who speak without doubt. Silence as a sentence. Sometimes the most powerful response is none at all. Let their words hang unanswered. Let them drown in the void they created. But here is the secret beneath the secret. The words themselves do not matter. What matters is the belief behind them. Jung called this archetypal energy, the primal forces that shape human behavior. When you speak with absolute conviction, you tap into the ruler archetype. People do not follow logic, they follow authority. Think of the last time someone spoke with such certainty that you doubted your own thoughts. That is the power we are harnessing. Now, a warning. This tool is double-edged. Use it carelessly, and you become a tyrant. Use it wisely, and you become a leader. The choice is yours. Let me leave you with this. The art of powerful conversation is not about tricks. It is not about manipulation. It is about understanding the deepest truths of human nature and wielding them without apology. Machiavelli and Jung, separated by centuries, agreed on one thing. The world belongs to those who understand the rules. The untouchable speaker does not beg for respect. They command it. Now go, speak, and watch the world listen. And so the question remains, will you continue to speak into the void, hoping to be heard, begging for attention, or will you rise? Machiavelli and Jung did not write their secrets for kings or scholars alone. They wrote them for those bold enough to seize power where it has always lived, in the unshakable mind, in the untouchable voice, in the words that do not ask, but command. This is not philosophy, this is war, and the battlefield is every conversation you will ever have. Choose your weapons wisely.